paperboard, evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart.
Tankers Fantasy Football. Here we are, Week 6. We're going to give you some sit, starts, all those questions that you've been wondering about. Let's lead it off with some running backs.
Get into it. Got to go with the Patriot running backs, Sony Michel and James White versus the Chiefs. All in James White, no questions asked. PPR, he's going to eat no matter what. I mean, I think Sony Michel is a start, but I'm just a little bit concerned about it this week because I know it's in New England, it's helping out. It's in New England, so I think that's going well for Sony Michel. I think the Patriots might try to, neutralize that high-powered Kansas City offense. Run a little bit more, run the football a little bit more, maybe get a little bit more of that fullback action going on like they do with Sony Michel and grind it out there. But if the Chiefs hop out to an early lead somehow, that is a very bad thing for Sony Michel.
And we're talking James White. This might be a top 10 play this week.
Oh, easy.
We're looking at Yeldon last week putting up almost 30 PPR points. James White has played, good all season, but last year blowing it up ever since Tom Brady said we need more James White in our life.
Yeah, not really getting any carries. Had like 2 carries for 0 yards. Still had 23 fantasy points in PPR last week. Got his ass in the end zone. Catches like 10 balls out there. All in James White versus the Chiefs. Getting some Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen. I think the Dolphins are a good matchup. Even down in South Beach, Dolphins go to the 5th most yard and the 7th most touchdowns to running backs. I think Jordan Howard has a very get-right opportunity out there.
I feel like you can ride Howard out there, RB2, and feel good about it. I feel like, I don't know if, Cohen's more of a flex play if you're really dying for something. I don't know if I can fully trust him in a lineup, but there's some bye weeks going on. So, if you're looking at a guy like Kamara, he's on bye week, some other studs out there, you can throw in Cohen in a flex.
Oh, man, this next guy we're talking about, Joker Deluxe, fucking reaching for the stars, hoping and praying flex play, man. Talking about some Kyle Juszczyk out there. With Matt Breida missing time, Alfred Morris ain't going to be catching any fucking passes, people.
7 targets.
7 targets, caught 6 or 7 targets for like 76 yards. I'm feeling it. I think he's good for at least 4 or 5 catches. I think you can write the Juszczyk down for 10 PPR, baby.
And we're talking, we're talking race for the bottom of the NFC West here. So I feel like these teams are going to be dialing it up.
Joker Deluxe.
They might be slinging a little more than usual.
Kyle Juszczyk finds his way in the end zone, baby. Oh, it's happening.
All right, Chris Carson. Coming back from injury, it looks like he lost looks like nothing at all happened to him. I don't see why he even missed the previous week. They said he was a late moment scratch, looked fine, healthy this week. Him and Mike Davis both ate this past week.
Yeah.
They only threw the ball 21 times.
The thing that's going good for Chris Carson is the Seahawks are running the ball on 57% of their plays. So, yes, Mike Davis is probably going to eat into him a little bit, but if they're running the ball on that high percentage of their plays, there's room for 2 mouths here. I think Chris Carson had, the 19 carries for over 100 yards. Didn't find his way into the end zone. Had that catch for 12. Still a very decent game for you out there. I think moving forward, I think he is back in RB2? RB3 minimum.
Yeah, I feel like like we said before, I feel like RB2 is kind of a wasteland.
Yeah,
so I feel like
if this guy's going to continue to get over 15 touches a game, I don't see how he can't be in the RB2 conversation.
And I really think this is going to be a running team the rest of the year. I feel like it has to be.
Yeah, if he's going to continue this 15 touches a game and over that, there's just no way to get him out of that RB2 conversation. Some sits at running back.
I think you got to sit Cameron Drake here coming off a big game, but it really didn't.
Kenyon Drake,
but really it was through the air that he was getting a lot of his points, rushing the ball, going against the Bears front 7, giving up the fewest points and fewest yards to running backs so far.
Yeah, only giving up 70 scrimmage yards to running backs a game are the Chicago Bears, baby. So I think it's all in on the Kenyon Drake sit. Alex Collins and Buck Allen, the Titans haven't even given up a rushing score yet. They've given up the 4th fewest points to running backs. See if we got any other options. I know Buck Allen has been like a middle of the road RB2 for you move forward. His yards per touch is absolutely gross, getting like 2.8 yards a carry, like under 6 yards of reception. So I think this is heading for a big letdown game for the Raven backfield.
And I don't know if this is quite a sit, but it's more of a temper expectations for me. Maybe even a daily fantasy just to not think about it.
I think this
I feel
is
I feel like Joe Mixon might be due for a down game here.
And Pittsburgh giving him the third fewest yards of running back. We got to think there's just no possible way you can sit a guy like Joe Mixon. I mean,
like I said, he's gonna be in your lineups. You got to temper
with
expectations.
Gio Bernard
more.
still missing, and he's gonna get his passing game work. And I just think, if the Bengals can keep this game close, I think he's still gonna eat out there. He's still gonna eat. I think this may help his daily fantasy, his playability. I mean, people aren't gonna be playing him because they're gonna see that third with the red next to his name or whatever and get a little scared. So get him in there, baby. Feeling it, Joe. Usually when I'm feeling it, he shits the bed though. Watch out.
What about a little Deion Lewis here?
Sit Derrick Henry and Deion Lewis.
I feel like Derrick Henry you're sitting anyway.
Deion Lewis has been a fucking letdown too. Since that week 1 performance, he hasn't really done that much for you. The Ravens are giving him the 5th fewest yards and the 2nd fewest touchdowns to running back. So, if you've got to flex Deion Lewis, that's fine. But I don't think there's any way you can play Derrick Henry versus the Ravens.
He can't be in.
Like we said in the Bible, so Derrick Henry only has over 6 PPR points once on the season.
And what was it? It was like 7.
No, it was like 6 point something. It wasn't. Yeah, it was like 6.7. It wasn't. Yeah, it's fucked.
All right, getting some wide receivers here. I love Tyler Lockett. This is a guy who finding his way to the end zone. Doug Baldwin played as many snaps pretty much as Lockett did last week, and he only had 1 catch for 1 yard. So Tyler Lockett, I think, is a back end wide receiver 2 play, maybe top shelf wide receiver 3 here the rest of the road. What do you think?
Getting no respect. I know he's only getting those 5-6 targets a game because the Seahawks just aren't throwing the ball that much, but he always seems to be able to get loose for at least 1 reception a game. He has been in those high to middle range of teen points for you, like 15 and 19 points he's been giving to you majority of the time this season, and I think you just got to ride him until further notice. I think he is a sexy deluxe flex play moving forward for you. Where you drafted him, you're probably not relying on him for your wide receiver 2, but if you can get him in there in your 1st or 2nd flex, I think this is very good. So you got the Raiders.
All right, guy Tyler Boyd. I know he's coming off kind of a down week here, but we're talking about going against Pittsburgh. Secondary is absolutely nothing left there. We're talking the 2nd most yards to wide receivers this year, and the 5th most points overall to wide receivers.
2nd most yards equates to 216 yards to wide receivers. So that's a whole shitload of yards to wide receivers they're giving
Green
up.
Can only have about half of that.
Yeah,
So what are we looking at
Tyler
here?
Boyd, I think, is looking for a healthy bounce back game for you this week. Not Stephen Ridley. What the fuck am I talking? My fuck, he's dead. Calvin Ridley. The Bucks are giving up the most touchdowns to wide receivers, so all in on to Calvin Ridley. He went out there and got quiet for you last week, but you knew that was going to happen.
You had to.
Yeah.
This guy was
has 6 touchdowns. He leads the league in fucking receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, this guy was a locked and loaded wide receiver 1 before this week.
Yeah, you
That's
knew
not
the regression
happening.
was going to happen. He went out there and got you the 7 PPR points this last week, but I think his solid bounce back opportunity versus the Bucks defense that just got shredded by Mitchell Trubisky in week 4 for 6 fucking touchdowns, baby.
All right, what about D-Jax out there? Coming off the bye.
Yeah,
He's got a pretty good look out there. Atlanta, it could be a shootout. It's in Atlanta, right? I'm pretty sure it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I feel like D-Jax is a prime-time game for him to get a 70-yarder.
Falcons just don't play defense. They're giving up easy over 30 points a game. I think there's going to be a lot of capabilities for D-Jax to get one open and get loose out there for a big score. So all in. Antonio Brown went out there and got deep on him twice last week. So all in on the Mike Evans, of course, but then also on the D-Jax. Sterling Shepard, Thursday night. Eagles surprisingly giving up the third most yards to wide receivers at 212 yards to wide receivers a game.
Their
So all
defense
in.
really hasn't looked that great
Flex
this
play
year.
for Sterling Shepard this week. All in, baby. Yeah, the Eagles are in the ropes. NFC East is on the fucking ropes. How fucking
gross.
shitty are they? 2-2 at the top only because they've had their bye week are the fucking Washington Redskins.
It's bad.
How the Redskins beat the Packers?
I
Packers
think-
are fucking
I
up.
think that's a 7-win division
What do you think?
championship. What do you think?
What?
I think that's a 7-win.
Yeah, we might be
division
seeing another
winner.
7-9er into the playoffs coming out of the NFC again.
Think Giants?
I'm feeling the Giants. I think the Giants have the most talent
They
of any
do.
of those teams.
I mean, Barkley can self-handedly win games.
Evan
for you
Ingram's
out
already
there.
on his way back.
I like him
Looking
to
good.
take it.
The Giants are spirited too. They ain't fucking Odell Beckham not being a little whiny bitch. They're like we're only like a game and a half back, boys. Oh man.
All right, you think you roll the dice?
I think this is it. Is this the week where we summon the demons and start
Get it
Josh
right, get it tight.
Gordon? Or are we gonna start Josh Gordon, boys?
I think I'm starting him in one league. I'm on the ropes.
Last week I did start him in a league because we have no fucking. This team is dumpster fire deluxe. We've been ravaged by Le'Veon Bell, Devontae Freeman, all kinds of other fucking shitty injuries out there. So we had no other choice but to hope and pray for Josh Gordon. He did get you that 13 points, but I mean that was a good sign. That was
2 catches, 13 points,
I mean,
baby.
Nobody was more excited for that touchdown than Tom Brady. That was a great sign.
Well, maybe
Tom
it was
Brady
because it
was
was
fucking-
500.
Tom Brady was fucking pumped, baby. Yeah, it was his 500, but it was him, baby. It was nice for him to have his 500 too for the old Joshy. Come on, Josh, let's fire him up. How many snaps do you think? He played 18 on that Sunday. He played 18
I mean,
again
I don't
on
see
that
how
Thursday.
he's
How many?
not close to
how many?
30.
I was gonna say 30. Do you think he gets the 30? Because if he gets the 30, that's pushing up on half snaps.
I think he gets to 30. I think he's over. I think he's over
They've
that.
had 10 days. They've had 10 days since that
I'm
Thursday
taking
game.
the over on it.
If they start saying that he's a full participant in practice, not a limited, I'm all in. I'm all in. Like, they come out tomorrow and they say full participant in practice for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm all in.
Let's see it.
I'm starting, boys.
All right,
Coming for your ass, Billy.
how about some
Gosh,
sits? What do you think about Alshon this week? I mean, he's got a tough matchup. I mean, Javaris Jenkins, and I just don't know about
Xavier
these
Rhodes
Thursdays.
Xavier Rhodes did a very good job at shutting him down last week. So I
And
mean,
I
he
feel
was
like-
still getting targets. He just wasn't doing anything with them. I think Jack Rabbit has done very well of late. He shut down Michael Thomas in week 4. He did work on Devin. I know it's only Devin Funches, but he did shut down Devin Funches
But I
last
think the
week.
Thursday night too factors.
I don't like
in.
it. I don't like road teams passing games on Thursday night. I don't know. For
I
some
feel
reason.
like I feel like Thursdays for like back end tight ends and running backs.
The home team has won every Thursday game this season so far.
I feel like you get the guys and no one's playing that go off on the Thursdays, and then the running backs, of
Yeah,
course.
it's
because
always the joke.
running
of the
backs will
Luxes.
translate
Yeah.
to about anything, but it's it's the
You know what
cock dicker
really
dudes.
sucks? Thursday defense. Never play defense on Thursday night. Never. Don't. It's always a cock. They're always tired and fucking worn out. It's always a cock show. I don't fucking like Thursdays. It's been good though thus far. It's been good the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was. Last Thursday was probably the best Thursday game so
I don't know.
far.
That Rams Vikings was probably the best, and then
Yeah.
last week's was good.
Yeah.
The Patriots Colts was over at halftime.
Well, all right. Maybe I was thinking the week before. I was thinking Vikings Rams.
Yeah,
I
that
just
was a good
figured.
game.
I don't even think about Colts football being a thing. Really.
I mean,
I was thinking.
there was
Rams,
offense
Vikings.
at least to be had last week. I mean, the Eric Ebron people out there.
Oh.
Fucking, it doesn't matter, baby.
30-point even.
Dude, I back in our hometown league, back-to-back weeks, I've had 30-point Jared Cook and 30-point Ebron against me, and I won both games, baby. Tight ends ain't got nothing on me. My tight end got outscored like 64-13 in the last 2 weeks, and I was
Tight end.
Fucking chugging along.
wasteland.
You know, tight end don't matter to me, baby.
You're talking Rudolph's got more PPR points than Gronk. It's a wasteland.
All right,
We're talking about starting tight ends here. We're talking about, what about pull up a guy like Hooper? We're talking
I
about
put him on the
at
start list
home.
last week. He did well out there.
We're talking about at home here. It's going to be a shootout, it looks like.
The Buccaneers are giving up 113 yards of the tight end position a game. I mean, I know I'd probably go out there and just let you down, but if you really need a hope and a prayer, tight end has just been a dumpster fire.
If you're talking,
You got to start playing the matchups.
If you're looking to pick a guy up and plug him in, you know who I'm saying? I'm saying Cameron Brate.
And Brate, yeah.
I'm picking him up, get his ass
Winston likes the tight
off
ends.
the waiver wire. We're looking at O.J. Howard being out a couple weeks here, and Cameron Brate, history shows that Winston likes him more than Howard anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Winston does like his tight end, so it could be a Cameron Brate week.
I mean, if you're looking for a guy that you need a waiver wire, and you're saying, give me
and he's playing the Falcons. So
give me
good.
9 or 10 points at PPR just to get me through this bye week or something. I think Cameron Brate's your guy to get you 9.5 points out there. Maybe he finds the end zone and that boosts up to 15 points.
Trey Burton, kind of, I don't know if you can afford to sit Trey Burton, but, Dolphins, they haven't given up a touchdown to tight ends yet this year. They're giving the 5th fewest points. So, if you got anybody else you're thinking about, maybe you got Burton and Njoku or something, I'd probably lean toward the Njoku play.
I feel like he just...
Njoku's been turning it on lately. He's getting targets. He's got like 11 targets last week.
I'm kind of buying everything's Browns right now, I feel like.
Baker is bringing them back to life. I love them.
They're exciting to watch.
Play
They're a fun
inspired
team.
football Browns.
I mean, even a guy like, if you can even buy low on a guy like Duke Johnson, like Duke Johnson's probably being cut in most leagues.
I think he's the forgotten one. He's done.
I mean, I think he's
Todd Haley must hate him.
I mean, this guy goes from getting 70 catches a year to looking at like 5 fantasy points a game.
They're riding Carlos Hyde. They're giving him the rock. He didn't really do much with it last week. It was a tough matchup against that Raven front 7 out there. But I think they're saying Nick Chubb needs more work. He went out there and got the same amount of touches the week before, a total of 3. So, I think
couldn't turn him into 2 tutties though.
Yeah. His 3 carries looked a lot like 3 carries more last week than it did the week before.
All right, there it is.
There
once again,
it is.
If you liked what you saw,
you did.
You loved it. Leave the like, leave the comment, hit the subscribe button, get in on them notifications.
Yeah,
we can hear anytime that action uploads.
If you any questions, any start 'em, sit 'em questions you got, put them in the comment section below. We will get back at you in short order out there, people. Don't be selfish. Tell your league mates about us, baby. Get your leagues a little bit more competitive with everybody getting a little bit of taste of that Tinker Edge out there.
All right. Once again, good luck. We'll see you next week. See you later. Thanks for watching.
Cheeseburger.